Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. Nabazny. I am the club sponsor for the new eSports club at Lyons Township High School. This is a video that's going to be recorded for purposes of the informational meeting that was done on January 30th, 2018, to make sure that everybody got the correct information at the meeting, and also for people that missed the meeting in order to inform them of what the club is and kind of how everything works. The first thing right off the bat is you could contact me through email. That's the easiest way. Eventually, as the club gets going, we'll have a Discord server and kinds of social media and stuff like that. So I'll talk about more about that when we get to that point. But just for right now, email is the quickest way to get to me. A little bit about myself. I used to play Counter-Strike 1.6, Condition Zero, Source, Go. I used to play them in leagues professionally. I used to play a game called Soldier Front, RuneScape, Call of Duty. I played MLG, and then also Battlefield. The leagues I've competed in the past was Kel, OGL, CEVO, EC, and also MLG. All these leagues offer cash prizes if you are skilled enough in order to get to those ranks, and that's kind of why I'm starting this club, so we could get some money in your guys' pockets before you guys get into college and stuff like that, and you guys learn about this stuff. So if you are really good at video gaming, you guys have the option to do this. A little bit about the club background. This is a list of competitive games that the club will be participating in or can participate in. These are just the competitive games that I know have competitive leagues. If your game is not on this list, then I am always open to joining new leagues and finding new paths of certain games. So if you guys want, you guys are welcome to suggest a different game, but these are kind of the top games that are played throughout the leagues that I've seen online. Most of the leagues that we'll play in have to do with computer gaming or console gaming. So the first two leagues on this list, HSEL, stands for High School Esports League. That's one of the biggest esports leagues in the U.S. And then also we have the High School Star League, and then the Illinois High School Esports Association, and then MLG. And then if you guys have been watching any Twitch streaming or anything, seen any news in the past week in accordance to video gaming, then you guys know that there's an Overwatch league that just started, and we could talk about getting into that league and figuring that out. I think it only started over in Korea or Japan or wherever, but definitely it's going to end up in the US soon. And then also, if you guys ever have any leagues that you guys are interested in playing in, or maybe you already play in a league, I am always open to new league ideas and joining new leagues. The HSEL, High School Esports League, is I'm pretty sure they're 100% computer based, and their top games are Overwatch and I think Counter-Strike Go. High School Star League is also computer based, but they're more in the MMORPG kind of gaming. They have Dota 2, Smite, different types of role-playing games. And then the Illinois High School Esports Association kind of has a mix of computer games and console games. They offer things like 2K and I believe FIFA's on their list, and then they also have Counter-Strike Go and stuff like that. Most of the console gaming we will be doing in the league, though, or in this club, will be in MLG, and we will be competing in MLG tournaments and paying to play those. Over the US, the HSEL, which is one of the biggest leagues, provides services to all of the schools that are marked on here. So how it works is you'll be given a server to connect to for a match at, say, 5 p.m. and that server will be hosted in whatever area you are in the US. So we are the Midwest. That server will be in the Midwest, and you will be playing a Midwest team. So you might be playing Palatine High School, Stevenson High School, whatever it might be, and then you will connect to the server, play the game, which is all filmed, and then at the end of the game you just report your match to whatever league you're playing in. And then as time goes on, the better your team is, obviously, the more opportunities for scholarships or money coming your way is kind of how that works. All of the club, all the stuff done in club is going to be kind of administration stuff. All video game play is done outside of the club. So there's not going to be $1,000 computers, or there's not going to be 50 Xboxes waiting for you on club day so you could come in and play with your friends and hang out. This is a competitive video gaming club. You are playing on your own system, whatever it is, Xbox, computer, you're playing at home, and you're versing other people in other schools in order to actually win something. If I were to create a club that we would just come in and play games on the computers or on systems, then we would spend a lot of time trying to figure out competitive versus social. So we're only doing competitive in this club. If you want to be a casual gamer, that's okay. You're still able to be a part of the club. But just so you know, when you come to meetings, a lot of the meetings are going to be divided up on teams, and people are going to be talking about practices, stuff like that. So club time, what you're doing during club time is you're building strategies in order to actually beat these teams you're competing against. So if you are competing against Palatine High School, most of the time, a lot of high schools that compete in these leagues, everything is streamed over Twitch or YouTube. So you could find old past footage of their games, and you could actually find out how they play certain positions, what you guys would need to do in order to actually win a match. So over that club time, which is Tuesdays from 3:05 until 4:30, you guys can be sitting down as a team and deciding how you're going to go about versing that other school. You're also going to be deciding on when you guys can practice. You're going to watch pro player footage, and then you're also going to schedule who plays in the matches. If your team is built up of 5 people and you're playing CSGO, a CSGO match is 5-on-5. If somebody cannot make a match, then your captain of your team needs to find out from either junior varsity or another feeder team in the club if somebody has the availability for that night. So that's going to be kind of what our executive board does. Team captains are all, there's one person that's going to be a team captain on each team. There might be captains meetings that we have along the way just to make sure all teams are doing their thing. But the biggest thing team captains have to do is they have to schedule the matches that they're playing. They have to schedule practices, and they also have to make sure that everybody's making it to those matches. This being a competitive club, we are actually going to be paying money in order to get into tournaments. If we're paying money for us to be there, the people that choose to be there better be there. If you're not showing up to a match, then that comes down to your captain for whatever reprimand he wants to put on you. You can get suspended for a couple of games, and then we could pull up a JV player in your position. So the captain has a lot of responsibility, and that's one of the things that we're going to talk about throughout the club. There's also an executive board. What an executive board is literally a group of people that are going to run all of the aesthetics of the club. So all of the outside things that pretty much have to do with the club, but they don't have to do it literally playing the video games. So we'll have a president and vice president of the club. Those two will make executive decisions on games we're playing, on any disputes within the club. We'll also have a media specialist which will create advertisements for the club. If we do t-shirts, they'll create t-shirts for the club. And then we'll also have a treasurer. The treasurer's job is literally to find money to play in tournaments. So a treasurer usually controls the finances of the club, but also we need sponsorships. We need entry fees into these tournaments. So that's going to be the treasurer's job. Whenever there's a club-wide decision, there will be a vote on it, and that vote will take place with the president and vice president being the deciding votes. Executive board members should also be able to manage and set up Discord for any meetings that they have to have with their members. Varsity and junior varsity teams. So this is kind of how everything is going to be broken down. Varsity is going to be made up of the top ranked players for whatever game you play. So say you play Counter-Strike and you're a global elite or whatever it might be. You'll be placed with all members of the club that are about at your ranking. So you're not going to be placed, if you're a gold, you're not going to be placed with someone who's a silver. The varsity team will be made up of all the highest ranks within the club for that specific game. The executive board positions are made up of president, vice president, treasurer, media specialist, and then all the captains that are part of the team. So the president and vice kind of make all the votes and decisions of everything. They run their meetings. They write up agendas. The treasurer is someone that's going to be looking for sponsorships. They're going to be looking for money to pay for tournaments, and kind of just reaching out to other companies to see what we can get in order to actually spread the word about the club. The media specialist is in charge of running all of our media, social media accounts, Twitter, Instagram, whatever we're going to use for that. None of that is set up currently, but it will be in the future. And then the captains of each team will be part of the executive board to make decisions on general gameplay stuff and meeting stuff and all that. This is a link to a survey that everybody filled out the first meeting. What it is you fill out your name, what game you play, what rank, what you play on, and then you'll be placed on team. If you're watching this video and you missed the first meeting, please go to this link, fill out the survey, and teams will be made this Friday, which will be, I believe, February 2nd, 2018, and you'll be placed on team. And then for our meeting next Tuesday, you'll be meeting with your teams, and everything will be good. And that's everything for it. If you have any questions, please email me, or if you're already part of the Canvas page, please just message me on Canvas, and either way it'll work, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks.